sunset at Verona Joe's, where I live. See the houseboats in the center of the frame in the distance? And we have a restaurant up here. And some sailboats and houseboats. And the Sacramento River is about normal for this time of year as far as the height is concerned. There's one of our peacocks. There's several that roam about the park. And those two houseboats down on the very end belong to some friends of mine, Bob and Leo. They take those boats up and they fish off of them. They anchor them right where I showed you a minute ago where that other houseboat was. And they're catching 29 and 30-pound salmons this time of year, as well as catfish and trout. Last winter the water came clear up to right there, that step right there. So it fluctuates quite a bit, but all in all a pretty nice place to live. Tomorrow I'll give you a shot of the rest of the place and where my trailer is in the morning sunlight. But this is one of the nice sunsets we have out here. And this is where I live, Verona Joe's Marina and RV Park. Now last night I gave you a sunset shot from the other side of the restaurant there, looking north over the river, and south of that is the general store, and then there's the entrance to the RV park and all the trailers down there. I'll show you mine in a few minutes. You can hear that crop duster over there. He's spraying the rice fields. This is the Garden Highway. As you can see, there's not much traffic this time of the morning. And I'll show you on a map where everything is geographically located. We're right where the Garden Highway meets Sankey Road. That road there winds its way back to Highway 99. And I don't think you can see it, but looking eastbound, the Sierra Nevadas would be right out there. Here's all the crops that they dust and seed. There he is. See him way out there in the distance, I think. Can't see the sun's in my eyes. Thought I got a glimpse of him. There he is. Middle of the frame, down low. Anyway. And this road winds around and eventually goes into the little town of Nicholas. Technically I'm in Nicholas, but it's been gerrymandered and this is Verona. It's very confusing, but anyway. That's it. That's facing west, and this is facing south. Okay, and here's the trailer park itself. Up there is the general store. And the way the spaces are a little close together, but the neighbors are real nice, and most of them are gone during the day. That's Leela's place there. He's a friend of mine. That guy there is just temporary. And this is my place here. That's John's place. He works for Caltrans. Another guy who I don't remember who he is. And there's our laundry room and bathroom and shower room, which they just remodeled. And that's the RV side of the park down there. There are some permanent people there, but it's mainly people that are just camping. This is the day of the big annual pig roast luau, so there'll be a big party going on down there later this afternoon at the end of the park. Down there is the horseshoe pits, and there's also like a barge down on the river where people go fishing, and that's where they'll have the big luau. Now there's my cat Spooky, who's been with me for about 16 or 17 years now. And there's all kinds of other stray cats here that are part of the little family, if you want to call it that. It's very close-knit here. Anyway, that's my rig there. My 53 Vagabond, which is, let's see, about, I forgot, I think it's about 34 feet long, that's right, and about 8.5 feet wide. And it's birchwood inside. I'll show you the inside in a minute. My truck and my guard dog. Now moving right along here, you can see one of the peacocks, which likes to eat the cat food that we put out. There's 4 of them that roam in the park. And back here is where we have picnics and barbecues. And we have about 2 or 3 barbecues a week here. Everybody just pitches in and pools their things, and they have a good time. And my neighbor Leela there, she's raising chickens in that little cage there. Let's see if I can turn the autofocus off, because it's not autofocusing. Do it by hand. You can see one right there. And let's see. You can see the way I've got this trailer, I've got a little bit of overhang here, which is no big deal. There's one of the newborn little kittens, actually about 6 weeks old, I guess. Now my bedroom's right there, which affords me this view of the river. My other neighbor, John, he raises rabbits right in that cage there. Let's see if I can get you a good view of the houseboats. You can fish from right here if you like. And that's what happens if you don't pay rental on your boat space. Just kidding, that thing sank last winter. Now the owner of that first houseboat, that's Bob's boat. He's another friend of mine. He's in the Coast Guard. He's a flight engineer on a C-130. And the guy on the very end there, that's Leo. He likes to take his boat, both of them do, take their boats upriver and just anchor and fish. And they've been catching like 29 and 30 pound salmons lately. What do you want, Cindy? Are you waiting to be fed, huh? Are you looking to get fed? Is that what the problem is? And that's that. A view from behind here. And that big dog there, he's kind of a stray that was up on the highway, so one of the gals here adopted him. And the only thing is he howls a lot, but maybe he'll get over that. You can see he's a nice looking dog. I think he's either a Samoyed or a Husky or a mixture. And from the park entrance there, and back in front of the place, there's the little store, and now we'll take another walk back down to the boat ramp. That house there is owned by the person that owns everything here, and is being occupied by the guy that runs the store. And there's like a little machine shop there. And back in the olden days, these tracks here were used.
Steve.
How you doing, Arky?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Hanging in there. You getting ready for the luau thing today?
Yeah, I'll be ready.
Good deal.
I didn't sleep much last night. I got up, stayed up too late, got up too early.
That happens.
Buddy caught a small salmon this morning.
Did he really? Wow, that's pretty good. The biggest I've been told so far is 29, 30 pounds.
Yeah. Well, it's a pretty little salmon, though.
Huh.
Bright, pretty.
Huh. Anyway, these tracks here were used back in the olden days to launch boats. The good old days. There's the restaurant. And let's see, I'll go out by the restaurant first to give you a view this way. It's a nice restaurant. They've got a piano bar in there and live music and bands and stuff. And here's where I shot the video from last night. Actually, it was down on the dock, but looking in that direction. It's very peaceful out here. It's a real nice place to live if you can handle the mosquitoes, which are mainly prevalent in the evening hours. You can hear the dog. I call him Foghorn for obvious reasons. And the river, of course, goes down and snakes its way through town, right through Sacramento, and then eventually out through the Carquinez Straits to the San Francisco Bay. Then up that way it rounds the bend a little ways and joins the Feather River, and eventually, actually it begins at Shasta Dam. Go take the date and time off. You already know what it is by now. See the numerous boats out there, some at anchor, and those are people that are just out there fishing. This is Zarky's boat. He's one of my friends here that live on the river. He lives aboard it. All right, guys been doing some fishing, huh?
Hold that fish up. They got a little salmon. Pretty one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. When'd you catch that?
About 6:30 this morning.
Huh. I'm gonna have to give it a whirl one of these days. Get my fishing license before the summer's out.
Yep, plenty of places to fish.
Yeah, I'll have to do that. How long is this boat?
33 foot.
33 feet? And what, you got two V6s in it, I think you said?
2 straight 6s.
That's right, straight 6s. Neat. All right.
Where are you going on your trip?
I'm going up to, let's see, Mill Valley, then Crater Lake, then my uncle's place up in Philomath, Oregon, then my cousin's place in Kirkland, Washington, then my Navy buddy's place in Bremerton, and then I'm going to go up into Canada and look at BC, and then drop back down to Crater Lake, and then go over to Quincy and see a friend of mine there and his family. So I would be getting back probably around the 10th of September or so, leaving the 22nd.
Yeah. Bremerton, that's where old Doug lives. Yeah, Bremerton. One of our friends.
Really?
Shuffleboard player.
There's old Foghorn again. I hope they find him a home pretty soon. Old Foghorn, that's his name. That's all right. Some guys trying their fishing luck this morning. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Show you some more boats down here. Some nice ones too. all liveaboards. Now there's my place as seen from down here on the docks.
Between 20-25 pounds.
Huh.
Yeah, I had my big net out too, and her first salmon, I lose it.
Huh. There's a little boat out there. Pretty neat.
That's my pussycat's play toy.
Oh yeah, down there?
Oh,
yeah.
that tears that sack up.
Cute little cat.
I gotta find out if I've got any coffee in my pot or anything. I've got
Make you some coffee, huh?
Get some tea.
This is a nice houseboat. It really is. Little steering wheel and everything there. Your compass.
Put my teeth in there so I can have some money.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
And I can't get out here and raise hell without some teeth and money.
There you go. Okay, so these are a pair of 4-cylinder, 4-stroke Crosleys.
Uh-huh. They stood
That's
on
the
their
way to
nose.
go. That's the way to go.
So they stood on their nose. They got 2 carburetors, a little overhead cam.
And then you were telling me a minute ago you got 6 to 8 batteries down under this
8,
this chair.
27 deep cycles.
Deep cycles, and then a solar panel up on top, sitting right up there in the sun, and that's what powers everything. That's the way to do it.
These have an awful lot of torque at the lower end, and
They do the job. Okay, this is Leo's fisherman's prayer. Lord, give me grace to catch a fish so big that even I, when telling of it afterwards, may never need to lie. This is really nice. Just looking at the river there going by.
it is so peaceful and quiet
Yeah.
that in the wintertime, the air will be crisp, the sun will be out.
Yeah, summertime is still the best though. How nice it was this morning when the air was just a little bit cool, you know?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
really nice.
But you're really never lonesome out here. I'm not, anyhow.
Me either, with all the people to talk to and hang out with.
No, it's not necessarily that. You can be by yourself. People can be in a crowd and be lonesome.
Really, that's right.
And I can be out here entirely by myself now that I have another pussycat.
Yeah, that's a cute little cat.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get a shot of that. Metro Airport is not too far from here, and the airliners come right overhead on their way in. Because when the city of Sacramento built the airport, they decided to build it out of town. And so we're looking right now just about due south where the airport is, 10 miles south of here, and then 10 miles further south than that is the city. So we're about, I guess, 22 to 25 miles north of Sacramento itself. And usually they're pretty quiet, these jets. They'll take off and land the other direction a lot of times, so it's not a big annoyance. Well, that was a fun little tour of Leo's houseboat back in the park here. I think there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trailers on the permanent side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 down there in the RV side, although some of those people are permanent residents. Now I'll show you my place. Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Hi, Walter. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Now, what's his name?
This is Bubba.
Bubba.
Bubba,
And
no.
he is a
He's a
miniature Doberman. That's
mean
right.
one.
That's right.
Bubba.
And then where's his cohort is over there with Walter's dog. Oh, here comes Daryl at high speed.
All right, Daryl. You hold on.
Oh.
Watch you.
What are you going to do with that? What's he going to do with that?
He's gonna dig that hole for the pig.
Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot. We're having a
That hole there.
we're having a
Get down there.
having a luau, and you got to dig a hole to roast a pig in. That's right.
Is that what they're doing?
Of course, we
Yeah.
can always roast a little dog if we don't find a pig.
They're gonna
Just
eat it,
kidding.
what, 4? How long does it take to roast a pig? 10, 12 hours?
Hell if I know. Something like that. Well, it depends. I think they're.
They're gonna microwave it first?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I thought they were first going to put it in the ground, but Daryl said they were going to put it on the rotisserie.
Pig? A whole pig?
Oh, we've done that before out here at Hog Beach down here on the river.
Okay, let's get a picture of her bird, Winston. He's the neatest little thing. Hello. That's me, not the bird. Hello. But he will talk. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Pretty bird. Hello, Winston. Hi, baby. Pretty, pretty, pretty bird. Pretty, pretty bird. Pretty bird. Here's my 15 to 17-year-old cat. We think somewhere between 15 and 17. Spooky, do you have anything to say? You don't talk like birds, do you? Spooky. Spooky. Hey, you have anything to say, Spook? You gonna say meow? Yeah, okay. That's the only word you know is yeah. Right, Spook? Huh? Oh well, so much for that. This is a picture of the interior of my place. And it has an all wood, birch wood interior. And that's the way they made these things back in 1953. The air conditioner, and it came with those 2 lazy boy chairs. It did not come as cluttered as this though. I provided all that. And anyway, that up there is a picture of a raft trip we went on up in Placerville, which was really a spectacular event. And that's a picture of the ship I was on in the Navy, the USS Hollister. Had some interesting times there. And looking the other way, that's my desk there, little TV there, and refrigerator. That came with it, so did the table, 14-foot refrigerator. There's a good shot of Mom and Dad. If I can get the focus to work, there we go. And he was 76 yesterday, and she will be 72 on October 10th. And then we have some closets here, and a stove, and a sink and everything. Microwave up there. Lots of closet space in this thing. Drawers in another closet there, and then a little bathroom here. And my bookshelf, and here's the back. Another side door here. You can see the houseboats from there. Can't focus very fast though. This is an old camera, one of the first ones, so it's kind of slow in a lot of aspects. Anyway, another window out there, and I think you can see it. There's the bed there, and then here's the view out the back bedroom window, which is really nice. A lot of times just before I go to sleep, the cool breezes come through here every day about 4 p.m. and cools everything down. They come in, pardon that little glitch there, the batteries on these things seem to know right when to go dead on you, like in the middle of a narration. But anyway, it's really nice just before I go to sleep. Sometimes at night I'll come out here and gaze at the river and have the cool breeze blowing through and cooling everything down. It's really pleasant. And so that's about, I can hear somebody talking to somebody down on a boat there. That's basically it. That's our little community here called Verona Joe's. And it's very enjoyable most of the time. If you can deal with the mosquitoes and the noisy dogs, and it's peaceful here 5 days a week. And the only times it's a bit noisy is usually on the weekends, Friday and Saturday night. Of course, today is going to be a very noisy day because of the annual luau. They've had the place a full year now, the new owners, and that's why they're doing this. Gonna roast a pig back there, and I'm sure I'll be doing a video of that. So that's it. So long for now from Verona Joe's. I almost forgot to do the map thing here. Here's downtown Sacramento, where the state capitol is. And I used to live right out here on Auburn Boulevard, where 80 and Business 80 meet. And there's McClellan Air Force Base was right there, and there's Highway 80 goes eastbound past Auburn over the Sierras to Reno. And then where I moved to now, you can see this is the Garden Highway here in the Sacramento River. There's Metro Airport, and right up there where Sankey Road meets the Garden Highway is right where Verona Joe's is. So remember in the video I had the jet that went overhead right into the airport here. That's about 10 miles there, and another 10 miles back to the center of town. So we're about 20 some miles north. Then also one of the fun things to do in the summertime is to ride this river from Folsom Lake right here all the way down to about here. We don't do the whole length of it, of course, but the American River meets the Sacramento right here, and that's also where there's a lot of good fishing. Then the Sacramento River starts, I believe I mentioned, up at Shasta Dam, and then it winds up going eventually out to San Francisco. Well, it looks like the luau is about to begin. I can hear the horseshoes and people on down there, so I'm going to head on down there and go ahead and do it to it. Maybe I'll take the camera down and shoot a little bit. Here's kind of a view of the south side. It's kind of a good idea to build your little patio out there. And they're setting up the stage for the band.
Sure.
How are you doing? Pitching horseshoes. There's everybody. There's Leo. Oh, and here's our pig roasting. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a long time. I know. Hey, how you doing?
Real good.
Good deal. How you been?
Great, great.
That's good. Good deal. You living up the road in Nicholas?
Yeah, yeah, right on the highway there.
Good deal. Good deal. I'm getting ready to take a little trip in a little bit. I got to shoot some
Learning how to
video of this.
relax, you know?
There you go. There you go. Oh yeah.
That pig on there?
Yeah, he's doing good.
Huh? No.
He's doing real good. See if I can expose this just right. Oh, come on, focus.
You eat pork chops, you ate bacon, you ate ham, you ate... Yeah, but not chicken, that's not...
Probably not getting the right exposure here, but that's all right.
I'm getting hot. Get the smoke.
There's a better angle of it. It's a big pig. That'll taste pretty good. Well, I'm here in the general store. I'm going to shoot some video of the salmon derby photos that the people who won the derby, the fish they caught. So we had a wonderful time at the pig roast luau. It was really great. Anyway, see if I can get up here with a macro lens. There was a real good one here the second week winter. I don't know where it went to, but it was here somewhere. But I'll get up with the macro lens and show you. Here's a 20.5 pounder. All this was caught right here. The size of that fish. Pretty good. Here's some more. Look at that one. Yeah, I got a glare in the way there, but you can still see them. And then in this book here, there's a lot more. If I can show you some here. Let's find some good ones. Here, let's see. Saw some real good ones here. How are you, Brooke?
Fine, how are you?
Oh, here's one. Here's a 26 pounder.
He does? Mom.
Look at the size of that one.
Do you want to see your cut?
That's a good size fish. Let's see what else I can find here.
What?
There was a giant one. Oh, here it
Because
is.
I can't keep that back here.
52 pound. What's the name of this thing? Well, I got to turn the page to find the name of it. Ghost shrimp. A ghost shrimp. I never heard of such a fish, but check it out. Look at the size of this thing. So I get the macro focus working. Look at the size of that fish. That's big. Anyway, you get the idea. There's a lot of fish to be had here if you know what you're doing.
Don't you have a knife at home? Tell her to cut. Just cut what you
So
want.
anyway,
Tell Russell I sent that watermelon down.
and that's basically it. I'm not going to shoot the whole book here, just getting highlights. And that's it. I'm on my way to Mill Valley. Wish me luck. I'm going way up north.
That's where you're going to Mill Valley?
Mill Valley. I have a friend. My friend Joel lives over there.
No, I used to run around. I used to go
Is
to
that
Tamalpais
running?
High.
Did you really? Mount Tamalpais High.
Hi.
How old are
Hi.
your friends?
Hi.
My friend Joel is, let's see, about 44. I guess he's 4 years older than I am.
He might know Gunther.
Gunther who?
His name's Gunther Browner.
I'll ask him. Well, I'm on my way beginning this vacation. There's Spooky sending me off. And I'm not going to shoot any video on the way out to Joel's place. We got plenty of that. And the time is 8:02. I'm shutting power off to the trailer this time. Everything will be shut off. It's safer that way. Well, after a fine visit with Joel and Chris, I'm now departing this area, headed north to the Redwood Forest, first of all. Well, I'm moving through Santa Rosa, and this is the worst traffic jam I've ever been in. And we've been going like this for quite some time. Oh, I'd say about half an hour. Getting up to about 12 miles an hour and then back down to nothing. So, don't know when I'll get to the Eureka area, but we'll press on. It is, everybody's gawking at that over there. 1, 2, 3 cars, 4 cars, 5 cars. Now those people over there are going to have a huge traffic jam. And we're rolling okay now. Going through the little town of Cloverdale. Just one main drag here. And about 2 hours out. That traffic slowed me down a little back there, but doing okay now, I guess. I'm in the little town of Hopland. Population 800 and some. Was it there? Now I'm in Willits. This is where that freight train went off the tracks and dumped that chemical, whatever it was, into the river there. Kind of a cute little town. need to make a correction. I think it's Dunsmuir had that chemical spill from the train, not Willits. I don't know if Willits even is going to be on my route here or not. A lot of big logging trucks through here. Now this is Laytonville. Or that was Laytonville. I'm in Leggett and on Drive-Through Tree Road. Like its name implies, you should be able to drive through the tree. Oh, what does it cost? $3 per car. Well, she only charged me $1.50 because I'm traveling alone. I guess that's worth it. My armor all the dash, and the only problem with that now is I'm getting reflections off it sometimes. This is really nice through here. I'm sure I'll see a lot more of this tomorrow when I go through the Great Redwood Forest. There's the tree. I don't think this thing will make it through there, so I'm gonna try. Pretty impressive tree, though. Maybe I'll roll up to it. She said it was a 6'6" clearance. I know the cab doesn't extend beyond the truck. Well, that's pretty interesting. Pretty large tree. And we can get through there. Mirrors will clear it and everything. Look at this. A little close, but that's all right. And we made it through the drive-through tree. Somebody else going through. It's a very tall tree. I'm looking almost straight up. And with no telephoto, you can see that it's still a very tall tree. A lot of people here at this little visitor center. Chandelier tree. Height 315 feet, diameter 21 feet, maximum age 2,400 years. Let's go in the underside of it for a minute here. There's a hole right here. You can see partway up in there. Redwood giant. Very impressive. Very large. That'll give you a better idea. With the truck there. That looks like it could be another piece of it over there. You can see how large it is next to that fellow standing inside. This is the Avenue of the Giants. It's a road that parallels 101 North. It should look pretty nice. Like a river over there. Entering Humboldt Redwood State Park, Avenue of the Giants. Looks kind of nice with the sun hitting at an angle like that. Thought I'd stop here for a minute. This is Jensen Grove. Where we have some very tall trees. That's looking straight up. You can see the size of that tree next to that car, give you an idea. And that one too. This is really nice. It's almost like dusk in here. Really beautiful. sitting back in a thick area of trees. I think you can hear the wind rustling up there. Looks like part of one that fell off there. I'm at a little visitor's center and do a close-up on this large tree, the cross-section of it. Well, let's just read this, see if I can get the close-up lens here. In 1848, this tree began growing near Jordan Creek at the north end of the Avenue of the Giants. It was 839 years old when it fell in 1987. Average diameter at base 9 feet, height of the tree 300 feet. Age of cross section 839 years. Probable weight of tree 25 tons. And then, as you know, each year or season, a tree adds an extra ring since it sheds its bark. Now look at this. 1215 Magna Carta sign. At that ring right there. And then there was a significant fire in 1341, which apparently made that ring different, or changed the characteristics of the bark anyway. Anyway, moving out from this 1215 point, way out here is 1492. Columbus lands in America, right here. 1579, Drake lands in California, right here. It's about that far. 1620, Pilgrims land at Plymouth Rock. Let me back up a little further. Right there. 1776, Declaration of Independence signed, right there. 1849, Humboldt Bay discovered by land. 1919, Save the Redwoods League founded right there. Very interesting. The side view of it.
Within the last 2 million years, the trend in global cooling climaxed 4 times in the ice ages. Massive ice fields, 2 miles thick, buried the continent as far south as the Ohio and Missouri rivers. But in California, the low coastal mountains were largely glacier-free. And here, extending 500 miles from Monterey County to the southwestern tip of Oregon, coast redwoods found safe refuge. Mark Twain once quipped,
Well, let me tell you now, the coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
indeed, many visitors would agree, but it is the summer fogs of the Pacific coast that breathe life into the redwood forest. One tree requires prodigious amounts of moisture. As much as 500 gallons per day are required to replace the amount released by the leaves as water vapor. When the vapor condenses with coastal fog, light rain bathes the forest to help maintain a cool and damp microclimate during the dry summer months. Redwoods flourish only where summer fogs pervade, below 3,000 feet and less than 40 miles from the sea. The trees are renowned for their great height. 300 feet is common among stands of old-growth redwood. The task of supplying water to their uppermost branches is formidable, and spike tops result from times of moisture stress. Most astonishing is the comparatively small size of their winged seed. 60 seeds to a cone, 123,000 to a pound. A redwood may produce 5 million seeds per year, but less than 1 in a million may survive to become the tallest of all living things at more than 367 feet high. Such colossal height suggests profound longevity, and countless human milestones have lapsed in just one redwood's 2,200-year lifespan.
When we consider the great age of the redwood forest, human activity among the trees has been a very recent event. For example, it's only been within the last 150 years that redwoods have fallen on the cutting edge of the lumber industry. But the human chapter in redwood chronology begins with California's first inhabitants.
At least 15 Native American tribes came to occupy parts of their range. Yet the most intimate associations evolved among northwestern cultures as late as 900 AD. To people of the northern forest, redwoods embodied the eternal spirit found in all things which live as equals.
What remains of our ancient history is recorded here among the ancient creatures.
This is the Visitors Center. Thought I'd do a little video on their presentation there.
If the Native American experience could be weighed in terms of impact on redwood forest, it could be measured by fire. Open meadows and prairies may have been maintained by periodic burning to enhance the availability of game and valued species of plants that thrive in fire-disturbed areas. The charred trunks of many old redwoods can attest to the natural part that fire plays in the mature forest ecosystem. Periodic, low-intensity fires benefit the forest by recycling nutrients to the soil.
There's a bat.
Ground vegetation that competes with redwood seedlings for water, nutrients, and sunlight. Unlike most trees, redwoods contain very little pitch, like fuel long burn. Their bark is also 1 foot thick at the base and a poor conductor of heat, thus insulating their life-supporting tissues from fire.
Interesting little center they
All
have
the
here.
tissues responsible for transporting water and nutrients from the soil to the leaves.
This is where I'm going to spend the night at, Burlington Campground. Really nice through here. And I'm going to take spot number 1, which I just paid them for, which is right here next to this big giant tree. Next to that giant thing there. Should be neat. This is a pretty nice little spot. I already met a couple of guys on big touring bikes. One guy offered to loan me a sleeping bag cover, which helps insulate, but I've already got that taken care of. Oh, look at that one over there. This is where I spent the night. Very pretty campground. Met those 2 guys over there. They've been touring all over the U.S. on their 2 motorcycles. Very nice place to camp. And looking just about straight up. Okay.
You narrate while you're filming?
Yeah, I narrate as I go along. I guess people think it's kind of odd somebody talking to a camera, right?
Right.
So I don't do a lot of it. Neat. And
Tommy.
that's Tommy's Goldwing. Okay. Why my friend Dick will go crazy when he sees this. He's got a Suzuki 850, which is a little smaller, and he had floorboards on it and everything. Then he took the floorboards off. He didn't like them. He decided to go back to pegs. This is a nice bike. Got all kinds of neat little goodies on it, like a stereo radio that can be operated from the push-button controls right here. Really nice. And he's ridden this from Atlanta up to Alaska, and then back down again.
Yeah.
It's a long haul. And this is Kurtz, who lives in Sacramento, or actually Carmichael, you said?
Right.
It's what, a 1200 or 1300?
1340.
1340 Harley. Boy, Andy'll get a kick out of seeing that. A friend of mine in LA rebuilds these. Neat. Real neat. Little trailer and everything. Does it handle pretty good with the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, neat. And those guys went clear to Alaska and back. They had a pretty interesting time up on that Alaskan highway, and they went to Fairbanks and Valdez and all around in there on those two motorcycles and their tents right there. So it must have been a lot of fun. Look at the size of the base of that tree next to my truck here. I'm standing on top of that stump now. You can see how large it is, and it's hollow in the center there. Give you a good view of the park from up here. This was well worth the $14 just because of where it's at. Little ranger station over there. They were kind enough to let me recharge one of my batteries last night. There's the visitor center over there beyond those trees. Rangers' cabins back there. All kinds of giant stumps here and there. And that's it. I'm now leaving the park. Had a good stay here. Called Uncle Donald, and he's expecting me. And this was Burlington Campground. And we'll head on up the road now. And you can see the angles are a little different during the daylight. At almost 1 o'clock, even though the sun is coming almost straight down, you can still see it's still quite shady. Take a nature trail to a giant tree that fell on March 25th of 1991. There's a smaller tree. You can see how tall it is by that guy standing there. Here's another view of that tree. This is Founder's Tree. As I mentioned, I'm on a trail. I found out it's only a quarter-mile trail, or the tree is a quarter-mile away that I'm going to see the big one. The whole thing is a half-mile, so that's okay. You can see the information there. 346 feet high, 12.7 feet in diameter. Height to lowest limb, 190 feet, 190.4. Even got a little trail going to it. Pretty large. Very large. Look how tall it is. It's amazing. See if I can get a better angle over here. That's amazing. Telephoto up a little bit here. That's amazing, looking straight up. Well, I'm back on Highway 101 North, en route to Donald's next. And I don't know how long it'll take to get there, but no big deal. Well, here we are. Eureka's 35 miles from here. Well, we're now where the highway meets the coast. You can see down there. And now passing through the town of Eureka. Just had an excellent chicken sandwich at Wendy's. Which is a quaint little town. Of course, it's right by the sea. That's a freshwater lagoon off to the right. We're at Redwood National State Park here. A lot of people camping out there. Probably won't get to Anderson's until after dark, but that's okay. Well, now I'm in Crescent City. Went through some really nice areas back there, similar to the Redwood Forest, but smaller trees. Very windy and hilly. Of course, this little town is right on the ocean. State boundary entering Oregon. So, what time is it? Almost 6 o'clock. Could have been up to Oregon. But I have no appointments to keep, so it's no big deal. That guy's hauling a bunch of old buses. Well, now I'm in Grants Pass, which is kind of quaint. Well, as you can see, the sun is already set over there. And I saw a sign that indicated Roseburg about 20 miles ahead. So I estimate I'm about 3 hours out. And this is probably the last video I'll do today, so I should be getting there about 10:30 or so. You look at the little river down there. A little bit of sunlight left right over there. Well, since I got in late last night, about 10:30, I'm recreating the stretch of road leading to Philomath. Right now, still technically in Corvallis, heading westbound. I-5 is behind me. See just how pretty this area is. And the sign says entering Philomath. Welcome to Philomath. Oh, wood over there. Very nice here. Very beautiful, very quaint. College building, historic. Here's where the road splits onto the ocean to the left. We continue up here this way. There's a big lumber mill over there. Crossing Mary's River. And then we make our left turn on the Wood Street Road. Very scenic back here. Very nice. The camcorder's not working quite right. I think it's getting ready to fail on me. When I shut the thing down, it does strange things. It backs the tape up, so that's why some segments are longer than others. Like back at that left turn lane, I thought when I shut it down, it would shut itself down and back the tape up, but it didn't. So it's an intermittent problem I have to deal with. And apparently we've done this road. There used to be a bridge over the creek here, and I don't know where it is. I almost went right by Donald's place last night. That was a landmark for me. There's the neighbor's place. And here we are. Park in the shade this time. And there's Uncle Donald. Coming up to greet me. Garage and a new satellite dish he bought. In the house. I know I've got video of all this on another tape, but this is all part of this trip, so we'll do it again. Of course, Donald owns all of that back in there. I should be saying Donald in June, actually. Instead of being chauvinistic, I guess. Anderson's. And of course there's the little extension they put onto the house, the extra room there. Remember 2 years ago we had Donald's birthday party right down here, 75 years old. Remember Bruce and I swinging in that swing many years ago. There's the little water pump, pumps the water right out of the creek here. As fresh as you can get. And it's down a little ways. I think it was flowing a little faster last time I was here. Growing some flowers here. They're always so pretty here. Bruce and I have had many a fun time on Donald's property back here. I think one time we saw a deer back there. We were scouting around back in the, I don't remember how old we were. One summer we were here as kids. All that belongs to the Andersons. The whole hillside back there. And that little pathway up there goes to the neighbor's place, which is quite a ways in that direction. Actually, only about a quarter mile. I think their property ends somewhere up on that hillside. About midway up, I think. Donald told me once. That's about it for the outside tour. And there's the neighbor's place. I remember when that house was built by Chris Greenup was his name. When I visited here in the winter of 1967. I remember I was in there when he was finishing it. It's neat, you can hear that crick right through the windows there at night. It's very pleasant. Got us wind chimes. Those bird feeders. And Uncle Donald.
Yeah.
Hello, Uncle Donald.
Yeah. What do you got there?
Oh, just shoot a little
you got
video.
You got your gadget there, huh?
Yeah. Send it to Mom.
Oh, just a few minutes.
Here's Aunt June in the kitchen and the new extension. Say hi to Mom.
Hi.
Irma? We'll run a half hour or so of the...
Say hi to Mom.
Hi, Irma. Hi, Bob.
Here's where I'm staying. In the bathroom. And Donald and June's room's on the other side. Right there. Fast tour.
Well, let's run a half hour or so of that film.
Okay.
You want
Oh,
something
then there's
to eat there?
the upstairs here, and they put an extension on here. Here's the upstairs bedroom up there. And then here's the extended room that was put on here in the last, couple of years. Very nice. And that's it for the Anderson tour. There's a buck and a doe down there. I've never seen this before. All the time that I've visited here. And I'm going to try and approach her. Very slowly. There's the other one right over there. They see me now, of course. See how close I can get to them. Well, it's just a little after noon, and I'm getting ready to head up to Dave and Linda's place. Had a fun time here, and I plan on coming back on the way back from Seattle in that general area. It should take about 6 hours, I think. That's Mount Hood in the distance, and the Willamette Falls lumber mill there. River. There's the Columbia River. Another shot of it that way. Please come back. If you're entering Washington, right across that bridge there. More of the Columbia River. Get a view from over here, that's all right. Entering Washington. I don't think I can shoot through the camper, but I'll try. View of the river back there. We'll get it on the way back. This is the Mount St. Helens Visitors Center. See, they've got a mural there of the activity that took place. And a little display over there regarding what happened on each day.
Tell us
I'm going to come back here on the way back and spend some real good time touring the whole area. Well, after talking with the people at the visitor center and calculating all my time out, I've decided it'd be better to head on up here now, because it's an hour up and an hour back, and that'll put me in Seattle after all the bad traffic. And she said it's real pretty this time anyway. There's more wildlife toward the end of the day. Here's another view of it as we're getting closer. See, this whole area looks really beautiful. That's looking down in the valley that we just came up from. You can see a lot of those trees have been blown right off from the effects of the blast. A lot of them right up there too. Oops, autofocus is starting to... You ought to call it auto blur, not autofocus, because it's better at blurring things than focusing. This is the visitor center. And you can still see the mountain is smoldering a little bit there. Just a little. Can you see the volcano smoldering just a little bit there? Just a little bit of haze above it. see some of those flattened trees over there on the far side. And notice those are protected by that ridge, so they're still standing. There you can see in the center of the frame there, that bit that's smoldering. Right in the center. There's one that got sheared off right at its base. Push this button to see what happened to the North Fork Tule River.
Right time of this right, yeah. Plus we had
What happened outside the blast zone?
May I have your attention, please? The center will be closing in just about 5 minutes at 6 o'clock. Thank you all for continuing. The outside areas will stay open until 9.
The north side of Mount Redwood's collapse, creating the largest landslide ever.
See what happened when heat melted a glacier.
Forming hundreds of small mounds, hills, and ridges called hummocks. The avalanche buried 15 miles of the valley with volcanic debris. In the years since 1980, flowing water and smaller eruptions have eroded and reshaped the avalanche deposits. Ponds formed within depressions among the hummocks, providing ideal conditions for a variety of plants and animals. These dependable sources of water allowed life to thrive in pockets of the otherwise barren landscape. While these ponds provide a stable environment for vegetation, constantly shifting streams play havoc with young plants that grow along stream banks. The rocky, often unstable hummocks present a harsh environment for colonizing plants, but each plant that gains a foothold makes a difference. A single plant provides food and cover for animals ranging from insects to bees. Wing-blown seeds are caught in leaves, and then sprout and grow. These have introduced to soil a colony.
How much you care
That clever.
that will make a lasting impression here at Mount St. Helens. Well, let's all continue on down the trail and we'll see how the animals have been able to survive in this harsh environment too.
Life like dull. You can see how all these trees have been sheared off quite a ways away from the visitor center. I don't know how many miles the blast affected. Now from this vantage point, you can see there's another mountain out there. I don't know which one it is. But anyway, I stopped here because look at how those trees over there on the side facing Mount St. Helens, of course, they're blown down on the left side. But on the right side, they were protected and they stayed up. And that's the case over here as well. Right there in that little valley. And down there too. There they've been blown off. And down there they were saved. Now you can see a lot of the new trees that have grown back as we head further away from the volcano. Well, back on the highway again. I've been on the highway, in fact, for a few minutes here. Well, the battery went down a minute ago. I don't know how much of this little bit we lost, but as I said, we're back on the highway. Been back on the highway, I guess, for about, let's see, 20 minutes. On my way to Linda and Dave's. The sun's just about down. We've got some very pretty trees along the way here. A lot of green, evergreen type trees here in Washington. And hopefully I should roll in around 2 hours from now, because I think Seattle's about 100 miles away. Well, here it is the next morning. There's Linda. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Irma.
And this is her place, Linda and Dave's place. Very nice. Don't get run over? Okay. And I'll give you a quick tour of the house, which Linda says I can do. Okay. Oh, the phone's ringing. We were just gonna go out. We'll do the halls and stuff first. Bathroom in here. This is a guest room with a computer, this. Kind of a quick tour. I'm staying there, and there's a bedroom in there. And I guess another bedroom in there. Probably Melissa's, we won't go in there. Here's the main living room.
Okay. So when are you coming back?
In the kitchen.
Oh, it's just a Thursday?
And the dining room. Very nice. A little patio in the backyard.
Okay, I have to.
A barbecue. Very nice. Very nice. Haven't been out here yet myself. Very nice. Tall trees everywhere. And that's the quick tour. Your kitty Pearl, isn't she sweet? Nice white cat. What's wrong with the autofocus? She's beautiful. She's like Mom's peanut cat, but a little bigger. She's a real sweet kitty. Yeah. Okay. We're not gonna hurt you, Pearl. Oh, Nate. Didn't even know all this existed.
Yeah.
Of course, I've only been here a few hours since last night. Pool table? Oh, Nate. love shooting pool.
Yeah.
I know what I'll be doing Thursday.
Takes the whole,
Another bathroom, and
it's just kind of the, this is the laundry
Laundry
area.
area, and
This
then
is
that's-
Ryan's junkie room.
should we go in there or not?
Sure. Yeah,
Why
it's
not?
safe. It just looks like an adolescent boy lives here.
How neat. Then I didn't go in Melissa's room. I just
Oh,
said,
you
"That's
can if
hers."
you want to.
That's no big deal.
It's no problem.
That's a nice house. Very
That's pretty
nice.
nice. You know, I mean, there's nothing spectacular, but it's a
It's
house.
nice.